quick recap of the storyless last episode in case you didn't want to check it out. Basically, we went all over Japan. We beat Otaku in the shopping area, and then we beat a series of smaller teams, Umbrella Junior High, Inazuma Kids FC, and the Street Sallies. And that put them on the extra competition route run by Mr. Veteran on the Bus, which I have done off screen. I've S-ranked every match, which has allowed me to level up Robot twice. No new moves though. And because I've S-ranked every match on that route, that unlocks a small reward. So let's claim it, and then we'll get straight to the training area with Shawn Froste. We get an A rank reward. Well, no, we get a clearance reward and an S rank reward. So, fine veggies is the normal clearance reward. That's a healing item. And for S rank, big moves, which is a skill you can teach to certain players to make their moves slightly stronger at the expense of an extra move slot, of course. So there's still a lot of matches to do here and a lot of rewards to claim, but that's for later. For now, we're going to head back to Alpine and get on with the main business. Poor robot! I know that fighting robots are my favourite kind of robot, but you literally turned him into a battering ram. Why did I recruit this guy? Well, I'll tell you why I recruited him, because he's an important member of Otaku that I've never recruited before, and I wanted to see what he says, and it was pretty unspectacular. But now that we've beaten Brainwashing Junior High, there's a new NPC taking their place, and it's just a guy who thinks we're gonna eat him. So, talk to Shawn Froste.
This is your training ground?
It is. Not bad, eh?
Exactly what kind of training do you do out here, Shawn?
This. Walking on the spot like.
But isn't that a snowboard?
Yeah, we can't see the snowboard, but we just have to pretend it's there. Shawn Froste, more like Shaun White, am I right? Haha, probably did that on purpose. On the snow, you can be as fast as the wind. As fast as the wind? I see. Moving at high speed sharpens the senses. This training will give us greater awareness of our surroundings on and off the pitch. Says the guy who's wearing a pair of goggles at all times so he can't see properly. Mark's not the best at snowboarding, he's always been a bit more of a football bloke. Did you enjoy your trip? Oh, such an easy joke to make, but sometimes the easiest jokes are the funniest. You alright, lads? Maybe if it were a bit soon to go out trying to outrun the wind. The trick is not to think of it as being difficult. Just enjoy yourself. Do that and everything else will fall into place. Gah! How long have you been training like this? Training? Well, it's not really training. I've been doing this for fun since I were a lad. You what? This isn't playtime. We're meant to be training. The Ryman 11 put time and effort into our training. We won't do it for fun. Oh, come on, lighten up. Sounds dull as dishwater. I agree, we're allowed to have fun while training. It is football. Oh, will I be not playing up front on my own? What? Oh, that was insensitive, Shawn. He's used to being the lone striker, but now he's got to work alongside Kevin. That's as may be, but it's how I've always played. I've a better way to improve your team, actually. Just watch how I play and follow my lead. You have got to be kidding! I can't play with this joker! What a bunch of jokers! Oh, that made itself. But Nathan and Kevin, who is saltier out of these two? They both just have a massive problem with poor old Shawn Froste. I love him myself.
One looks as like it hasn't been used in some time. Did you used to train with somebody?
Eh?
Johnny! Look at me, Shawnee! Not bad, eh?
Aye, I did. But never mind that, 'cause there's an earthquake now, isn't there? Oh, sorry, an avalanche. That was weird. Ever since I watched Thunderbirds, I just used to come up with my own toy playsets, and the first one I ever made was just Avalanche the playset, where the plastic figures could climb a mountain and then you pull the trigger and just a bunch of snow sends it all tumbling down to the bottom. You're a born boarder, Tori. It was not the best idea, but oh god, Jack's completely gone. But I just stuck with it for some reason.
What happened to Coach Lena? She snuck off again.
That Coach Lena, she does what she likes.
Mark, I know everyone looks as if they're having fun, but deep down they must all be worried about whether they can actually beat Alias. Your duty as captain is to make sure they don't lose heart.
You're right, I'm gonna see how everyone's doing. Oh yeah, I'll let you in on some useful if you want to do some more training. You see that lightning symbol over behind the tree over there? Why yes, I've been checking several of those throughout the game and it's just brought up nothing but a question mark. Well, you can do special training whenever you see one of those symbols lit up. Special training? We used to have something like that back home in Inazuma. I wonder if it's the same. Yeah, I mean, Mark even knows how to use these things, but we still haven't been able to for now. Meanwhile, a scary bear is back. We're all gonna die. Oh, give over. He's a big softy, really. Who are you calling a softy? I'll show you one of these days, Frost. Yeah. Grr. Any road. You'll find special training spots like this one all over the country. Just as like as not, there's one in your hometown. 'Cause I've totally been there, living in Sinnoh this entire time. See if you can find them all. Righto, ta-ra for now. That's so close to my occasional outro for videos. I do sometimes end a video with TTFN, which just stands for ta-ta for now. But yes, let's have a little go at this training spot. It's not going to be any unique animation exactly, it's just going to be the same snowboarding thing that Shaun was doing. I'm not entirely sure what to do about all the training spots that we've skipped up to this point, because there is no real reason to go back to Nara in the game, and several of the points are there, but maybe if I recruit someone, that'll be an excuse to go back. I think this was speed training, so where's Nathan? Okay, Nathan's gone off. If I was just not idle, he's useless. Tori, please. You can get faster instead. But yeah, there's several training spots all about Nara and Inazuma. I'll probably show them off gradually, but not go out of my way to show them all. But they're still all unique animations, so it's worth showing off at some point. Jack, you'll be useful to have speed. Generally, speed's useful on everyone. If it's on a striker, you get to the goal faster. If it's a defender, then you get to make absolute sure they're covering as much ground as possible with their defense, so it's invaluable really. But every time you do use one of these training spots, it becomes more expensive every time to use another training spot on the same player. So characters like Jude and Kevin, while they'd benefit from speed boosts, I'd rather save my money and use a kick one on them, which I believe is actually hiding in Nara. But here's where Nathan ran off to, snowboarding right next to the wall. I did actually play the snowboarding level in Sonic the Hedgehog PlayStation 3 this year. Oh god. I mean, it was fun once I'd got the hang of it, but man, that it lived up to the hype, put it that way. But what if I can't become as fast as the wind? Don't say things like that! I need to be more powerful. Ah. If only I had some ambrosia. What? Don't you remember the ambrosia Zeus had? A drop of that, and I'd be powerful enough in an instant. Surely it wouldn't be so bad to use some. We're trying to save the world, aren't we? What are you saying? You can't rely on stuff like that. Aliens give football a bad name by using it to hurt people. We have to show people how it should be played, fair and square. I'm sorry. I was just angry and confused. Forget about it. It's okay, don't worry about it. Come on, it's training time. Let's make you as fast as the wind. It's a very interesting point Nathan brings up there. It is, you know, we are trying to save the world and we're fighting against supercharged aliens. Would it be so bad to use what Zeus used to power themselves up? But at the end of the day, yeah, we would be kind of missing the message. Alias might realise, hey, they're on steroids, we're going to trash the school anyway, etc. Flashback again.
Over here! Wait up! Same old slow coach Shaun.
That's why this is his special place, if you hadn't already gathered. Now they decide to tell us that Nathan's not in the starting... Oh no, they're telling us that he's not in the starting lineup. That's a reminder to say we need to move him back in. Sorry to these guys, they didn't last very long. Willie will be coming on this entire adventure with us, but I don't know if he ever says anything. He's definitely prominent in the anime version of Inazuma's story, but I guess the game doesn't give him as much of a spotlight. So back to the bus then, talk to Sylvia, and that is enough training for one day, and yet let's keep training hard until they arrive. Conflicting messages.
Okay team, it's getting late. We should think about hitting the hay.
Oh, now that you mention it, I am sleepy.
All this training has tired me out.
Mark, can I sleep in the boys' room with you lot?
Okay. What did she say?
Victoria, you have to sleep in our room.
Really? Who says?
You know, the law.
Spoil sport!
I know you're getting on with your new male friends, but that's a bit too cheeky.
Am I right in thinking you're quite fond of Mark?
Nelly.
Of course, I love people like him. You mean you love boys like him? No, silly. I mean, I love people who are passionate about playing football. Well, that's good to hear, isn't it, Nelly? What do you mean? It's none of my business.
Gee, how unsubtle. It's that same scene as in the anime, and it's even funnier because instead of just asking to walk into the boys' room, she just does walk in on them while they're getting changed, and it's the only time in Inazuma history you get to see anyone with their top off. Well, almost. And then they're all pretty stunned to see her. Shaun told me I could be as swift as the wind if I just tried a bit harder. He was probably trying to make a pun out of Nathan's name.
Don't you ever think of anything but training?
Oh, he's back.
Anyway, Mark, I wanted to ask you about Axel. It seems he hasn't been to see Julia in the hospital lately.
Really?
Before the Football Frontier final, I went to visit my father in hospital. I overheard Axel speaking to Julia while she was asleep. Goodbye, Father. I'll be back tomorrow.
Am I gonna get another chance to do Axel's voice? Hooray!
Mark really is a great guy.
Axel?
True. Maybe he only ever thinks about playing football. But he made me realize that I shouldn't give up on my dream. I know that you'll like him when you meet him too, so hurry up and open your eyes.
Oh, that's so sweet, Axel. Axel said that.
When Axel left the team, he said you wouldn't see him again. I don't think that's what he really wanted, though.
When he left the team. Nelly, did you overhear us talking in Deer Park?
Well, I was just concerned about Axel. That's all. Anyway, don't you think it's strange that Axel hasn't even been to see his sister? There must be a reason.
Axel, where on earth could you be? Don't worry, we're getting stronger every day. We can't wait for you to come back. And now it's back to training once again. 5 people snowboarding at once. That doesn't seem dangerous and likely to crash into one another. But hey, they're doing better than I thought they would.
That's what the Ryman 11 does better.
As if you'd know, you've been here for, well, at least she admits she's been coaching for only a short time.
Is that really what you think?
Well, they're certainly interesting. I'll give them that. Frost is the only person who's actually dressed to deal with this temperature, you know. Sylvia's still in like a mini skirt.
I'm feeling pretty fired up and confident after doing all this training. So I thought it would be fun to see how my skills measure up to yours.
So you want a kickabout to decide who gets to be star striker, eh?
Yeah, if that's how you want to put it. The rules are simple. It's 1-on-1. The first to score wins.
Are you letting them go ahead with this? It's up to them. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. It's not gameplay based, is it? Now we're just gonna head to the pitch. Are you ready? I mean, there's no goalkeeper, so it's not gonna be the most accurate test. We could have Mark in one end and Idle in the other. That'd be fair. Sorry, lad. I'll be taking this.
Sean's still too fast.
Don't underestimate me. I'm still Ryman's top striker. Apart from Axel, but you know, he's gone, so I've taken it by default.
Not bad, lad. Looks like it's about that time.
Arrgh!
And he's gonna transform into this guy just for the sake of beating Kevin.
I can't lose. I can't let him beat me. Ah!
Kevin's in Top Gear, starting at the end of this month on BBC Two. I really thought it was going to start at the same time as Robot Wars, but never mind. Meanwhile, new special move, Wyvern Crash. I'm a firing my laser. Fantastic, because I've already fully leveled up Dragon Crash, so it's great to have another new one. Especially because Dragon Tornado, he learned by level up, but it's useless because Axel's not here.
Where was that special move? Where did that come from, Kevin?
Pretty good, right? Dragon Crash evolved into Wyvern Crash.
He is saying it evolved into Wyvern Crash, but Dragon Crash is still usable. So if you're quite low on TP and you can only afford Dragon Crash, that's still an option. What can I say? Seems like the best man won. That was quite a shot, and I have to say, I quite like how fired up you get.
Yeah, but you know what? I owe it to your training techniques.
So this is what happens when a team turns together, eh? Oh, if only I could speak properly. It's not just Kevin, all of us are going to get much faster. Well, I'd best train a bit harder then. I don't want to be the team slow coach.
Come on then, let's train together.
Well, these guys have certainly bonded. If only Nathan could get over his problem. He's jealous of the speed, man. Gotta go fast. Made a gotta go faster joke in the first episode of the series. This doesn't seem as good though, even though it was a lovely panning shot. I woke up early. Guess there won't be anybody at the school yet. We've improved since losing to Alias. But do we stand a chance of winning? Of course we do, because I'm Mark Evans. And I have complete confidence in my football. Huh?
You're pretty nippy on your feet. All that training has paid off, I see.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, sorry to barge in without introducing myself. My name's Shawn Froste. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, it couldn't be Xavier or Xavier like the two most common pronunciations are. He's specifically Xavier Foster. I'm tempted to give him a French accent, to be honest. I'll go on there.
I would not say like exactly. For me, football is a necessity. The only reason I started playing football was because my father was obsessed with it.
Oh, really? My grandfather used to love football too.
So we have something in common. Ha! We may just get along.
If you're gonna say Xavier instead of Xavier, this is your reward. You're gonna be French now.
You're a real character, Mark.
Whoa! What was that noise? Another avalanche?
Mark,
Yeah, I think it's much worse than an avalanche.
Alias Academy are on their way. What are we gonna do? They just appeared in the sky over town. The radio and TV stations are all going crazy.
So they finally made it.
Mark, we gotta get to the pitch right now.
Hang about. Does anyone know where Shaun is? I heard he was heading out to the snowfield first thing this morning.
But that loud noise triggered a huge avalanche out that way. If Shaun was out there, he might have been caught in it. That doesn't sound good. We gotta find Shaun to the northern ridge. Xavier, it's too dangerous to stay here. You gotta go somewhere
Mark, are you talking to yourself again?
To be fair, he was talking to himself at the start of the scene. But right, we gotta find Shaun. In the next episode, we'll have a look for him. Let's hope it's not an avalanche or Alias. See you later.